Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I thought I'd give you a bit of a tour of the property. Sort of a much needed tour here. So we'll start near the top and maybe end near the bottom. But this little area up here, a good space. It's like 25 feet wide by like, I don't know, 100 feet long. It's going to be for some Sarracenia and stuff like that up here. It's very flat and very level and really nice. What else can we show you? We'll get into some more wide open spaces over here in a second. So I found the irrigation for some of the yard. Brought some palm trees with me. Unfortunately, I had to leave all my big palm trees in the ground at the other place, so I'll be starting from scratch. This is a nice area over here. Definitely usable, wide open, cleared. It's really good for a boat or a greenhouse or whatever, or an RV. But yeah, we're gonna take a little walk. Have to excuse my piles of junk. This is we're still not really moved in yet, not fully moved in. So if we come down here, we'll take a walk down this road, sort of. Here is my propagation area. So we've seen this in the last video. Inside there is a bunch of greenhouses. And some kids' structures being made. I am right in the middle of starting to make a second Sarracenia table. So that's going to be good. This area we call the bunker. It's actually labeled the bunker. And it's a nice little area for storage and stuff like that. This is going to be a greenhouse. Right now we call it the goat house because it used to house goats. We'll go for a little tour in here. Definitely I'm going to utilize this structure though. Already done a little bit of potting out here, so it makes a good potting shed. And then out this way is already the good bones of a nice little greenhouse. Knock off some of the plywood for lower, even if it's just temper it, right? Replace this. It looks kind of dirty and weathered, but it might just clean up nicely. Gives a good, it's bright, but there's no direct light coming in. It's kind of like dappled light because of how old this poly is up here. We'll go out here. I don't know if this used to be a door, I guess, but we'll sneak out here and we'll go around here. This area in here is more just for personal pleasure than anything. But you get a look at the house a little bit. Look at the pool a little bit. Big, huge, open patio here. Really nice. Way more than I'm used to. I'm used to something tiny compared to this. So this is really nice. The wife was quick to put up a clothesline. In our old neighborhood, it was frowned upon. So she would take it down every time. We kind of lived in one of those neighborhoods where, I don't know, there was lots of rules. So yeah, here's our pool. It's not really set up yet for the summer, obviously, because it's not summer. Some nice lounge chairs. A couple tulips are open. There's lots of little flowers hidden everywhere. We moved the hot tub in here, so it's nice and undercover. Half the pool sort of undercover. Little outdoor shower. Big patio up there. Runs the length of the house and goes back about 10 feet. First I stored my Sarracenias up there. And nice little area down here, all covered. Some fire pits. Some nice little bars with bar stools. And it does have its nice little outdoor bar here. Came with a chest freezer. We got to clean that up. I know it was working. And yeah, so here's some bar stuff. Kind of cool. Pink flamingo came with the house. But yeah, nice to have a little outdoor bar. Nice relaxing area here. Feels like we're on vacation in Mexico or Spain. Somewhere, it's got a very Spanish colonial feel to it here. So let's go to this gate here. Just gotta latch the gate here behind me. Try that one more time. There we go. We're going to take a tour down this way. The neighbors have horses. There's a riding ring there. Here is our empty chicken coop, but chicken coop nonetheless. So my wife wants to get some chickens for that. That'll be nice to have some fresh eggs. This hedge, my wife and I agree, is gone. It's really going to open up the yard. You'll see what's behind there a little bit later on in the tour. But this is going to be probably one of the summer projects of just cutting this hedge right to the ground. It's monstrous anyways. And this area is nice and flat and open up here. And good for greenhouse or Sarracenia or whatever we're going to need. I'm saving this place for something special though. Right now it just looks like compost or something. It's neat, there's birdhouses everywhere, although that one's a little low. A lot of the birdhouses have birds in them. Here's a little burn pile, little rock pile. But yeah, once that hedge is gone, whoo, it's going to open it up here. So that'll be good. This structure came with the place. It's got the bones for some sort of temperate greenhouse type thing, for sure. We're back to the goat house. There's a cast iron clawed tub there that's going to be a bog. If you follow me on Twitter or Facebook there, you'll see some photos of that. Not the bog, just of the picture of it. Here's my little greenhouse that I brought from the other house. And here's a view of the yard. So, the thing with BC is it's hard to get totally flat land. Here is the greenhouse. We can have a quick poke in there, but we're not going for a greenhouse tour today, just a property tour. So the old panels are dirty. The new panels are the expansion. This is just the expansion of, it's now going to be just the Highland house. And it's pretty rudimentary compared to the old greenhouse. There's a lot of manual stuff I gotta do. But here it is, a work in progress still. Ladders and saws and tables and all kinds of stuff but it looks totally familiar. If you went in this door of the old greenhouse, the shelving, it's the same shelving, same sort of layout almost. And yeah, so that is the greenhouse. Coming along, put that back on there. I think these are apple trees. Let's go for a walk down into the pasture more. You can see down there is my lonely first Sarracenia table. I'm not happy with it down here. It's really sunny. It's a great sunny location. It gets sun from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. right now. So it's full sun, but it's just so far away. It's really far when you got to like check on something or even come down here. It was a really, really cold night, not last night, but the two consecutively, the night before last and the night before that, there was ice on this table down here. It was really cold. This used to be a garden of some sorts. I can see like some raised beds maybe, and a little bit left of a rock sort of line there. So we do have water down here. That's nice. Beautiful day for a walk anyways. But yeah, I'm just finding this, it's nice because it's like just out in the open, but the plastic down below is to cover them in case it got cold again. But this is just sort of a test thing to see how it does out here. And so far it's been frosty, and I'm not happy with the frost, but I'm happy with the results out here, I guess. But it's just it's far away. It's a big walk. And so if we go further out here, this, everywhere you see, 50 years ago used to be a bog, a peat bog, which is kind of neat. And most of it was taken up by like massive farms. And there's blueberries and cranberries, and I don't know what else is going to grow out here. But my little section of the bog, although the bog was drained 50 years ago with these like ditches that go along for irrigation, I guess. It just like, I think they dug it out. They lowered the water level, so, but the peat remains. So as soon as you get out here, it's very flat and very peaty, very, the ground doesn't pack down at all. It's like fluffy. So you can just dig right into it, and it's very fluffy. Of course, it's not pure peat at this point, I don't think. It's probably mixed with other things, organics that have been on the top. But I'm curious to dig down and see what we got going here. If indeed this is just peat, which I can see some of it is clearly peat. If indeed it is peat, then maybe I could get some sphagnum moss to grow again. I could like, I want to test, get down deep enough that I get to pure peat moss, and then start growing it in the greenhouse, just like in a pot, to see if it'll sprout. And if it does sprout, it might mean I could like reconstitute. Look at all the cranberries. Last little story behind all the cranberries that are in my yard. Last January, we in my city here in on Vancouver Island, we had massive rain, and the city declared a state of emergency. And so this field got obviously a little bit of water in it. In the cranberry field, which is a couple fields over, flooded and brought cranberries into everybody's property. But yeah, it looks, if you've ever been to a bog, and if you imagine just a little bit moisture and stuff, you see all this kind of like natural bog type crevices and that sort of thing that you just normally would see in that sort of area, at least around here, like local bogs. It looks very familiar. It's just missing the carnivorous plants, and it's missing the sphagnum moss, but it's just got the feel to it, and it's just so so peaty, so soft, really cool. So I'm really hopeful about it. I don't even know. It would be totally neat if I could get a little area, start small, remove the grasses, figure out how to keep it moist, because it gets blazing hot out here, I think. This would be like no sun from like sunrise to sunset out here. But yeah, just test it out and see if I can get stuff growing out here. We only have a few carnivorous plants native to this area, but there's nothing that says I can't do a little in-ground bog garden out here. And look at this, this is like totally flat and peat, and yeah, it'd be neat if I could do like some plants like right in the ground out here, see how they do. I will test that in the future, 100% guaranteed. I'm going to do that. There's all kinds of weird animal poops out here. Some are deer, some are elk. We haven't seen any deer or elk in our property or in the neighborhood since we've been here, but it makes me a little weary to put out too many expensive plants. So even on the Sarracenia table back there that you saw, it's full of plants that if they get hurt, I won't be overly worried about it. It's nothing not replaceable. So I've actually only made this walk out here a few times since I've lived here. It's quite a good little walk. This is the irrigation ditches that run in between all the properties. There's still water in them, but I think what they probably did to drain the bog is there's a central creek in the middle, a fish-bearing creek I'm told, with beavers and large fish and stuff like that. They must have dug down and then drained it all into that creek, and then slowly the water level would have just like gone down, so it's several feet below what it was before, sadly. And it's this is progress you're looking at here, I guess. But one person's golden bog like ours is another person's strawberry field or blueberry field, I guess. But yeah, it looks I can just picture the bog still being here. So really cool that way. And we do get sort of a narrow down at the very, very end of the property. But whoa, it's warm out here. I bet you it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit warmer right here than it is back there. And the peat has really dried out here. I haven't been out here since, it's like I say, I've only been out this way a couple times. But now you can really see the peat moss. Look at that. Pure peat. Just, it's wet still completely under the surface. But by draining the bog, they made a lot of work for me. Look at this poor little seedling of something growing in there. Not gonna make it, whatever it is, but yeah, so the plan, come out this far so there's nice clear peat like this and see what we can get growing in it. A, in the ground, but B, I've had pots of peat moss from the store burst into sphagnum moss before. But imagine if I could just top layer anything with this stuff and it would just like grow sphagnum moss on it naturally. So the property does keep going, but it gets kind of bushy, so we're gonna stop here. There go some ducks, scared them. The property does keep going, but we're gonna stop here and call this the end of the tour. So I hope you like the quick tour of my property. I try not to stop in any one place too long and always try to keep walking. Sorry about the motion sickness. But if you want to see updates on everything that's going to be going on here, and there's going to be lots going on, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm going to walk back up now and continue working on my second Sarracenia table because I got a bunch to make. Thanks for watching, guys.